Hello, hello. Anybody here? I know I gave you no warning. Someone better be here. I don't think anyone's here. But that's okay. Because we're making a video so people can pop in. Oh, you are here. Hello, bird. You know, the worst part of any stream is the start. Because, no one is ever here yet. And to this day, I still don't know what to do when no one's here. I should probably get rid of this. Hang on. And we don't actually need cos right now, so let me get rid of that. I'll probably see you playing out. Well, I'm not going to be playing straight away yet because, as the title implies, and I haven't actually set this up yet, so this might take me a little bit. Well, we're doing a plushie tier list, which you should see now. Eh? We love tier lists, huh? At least hopefully you do. I love tier lists. Um, Take me a minute while I could have set this up beforehand, but I didn't want to. I had to make the tier list, because nobody has an up-to-date plushie one, and I also kind of had this, tier buddy tier list mumbo jumbo, which is a site that I've never used before, but it seems to work a bit nicer. So I'm gonna give it a try. Alright, alright. I need one more window for... Where's my other... Here. What do we do essentially? So I want to make this a lot smaller. This is just so we can remind ourselves. What is what? Okay. It annoys me that it does that actually. Hold on. Okay, maybe I need to make it so it's like roughly at the bottom. Or I could just do it like this. Maybe that's a normal thing to do. I think I'm overthinking it. I do need to make it thin though. Oh! I've lost it. Okay. Pop this over here. That's actually worked out almost perfectly. Huh. You would almost think I planned that. No, that lines up really nicely, actually. Alright, we can get into it. I might change the music. Hang on, this music is a bit maybe intense for what we're doing as well. This one's pretty good. This is a nice middle ground. I've played this one before. Okay. Tier list time. I think we're going to learn some things because to be honest, I haven't really done much in terms of like really properly checking how good certain plushies are, and I think I'm going to do that a little bit. I might have some breaks to actually test things in between if I'm just not sure about things. But, yeah. Clear screen where your creature sits in a server. I can do that. Okay, I'm gonna break the... What do you call it? Where to put my Roblox? Yeah, I'm gonna break... What am I breaking? I was talking about breaking something. What am I breaking? Somebody please tell me. Because I sure don't know. I can put it here. You know, I can... You know, actually, better idea. Because we don't need to see all this. We only really need to see the top of that anyway, right? So if I put it over here... Ah, that's what I was gonna break. I was gonna break my private server and make it, you know, so we don't need to worry about food and stuff. How do I do that again? I am in my private server, right? I am. I haven't changed these in a while. Oh, private server, right there. Okay. So that's off. Let's turn... I'll leave PvP on, but... In case, like, I don't know, someone wants to do that somewhere. Don't really care about weather. Aren't there normally more rules than this? Am I dumb? Maybe there isn't. Alright. What creature should I sit here as? What are we feeling today? Maybe Gyro? Ether? Nocta? Instead of shouting out Dan. You know, I'm gonna go follow Dan. Do I already follow Dan? Oh, thank you for the follow. Okay, no, I've just followed you back. Alright, I'm thinking between Gyro and Ether. Make him play. What do you mean make me play? You could just ask. Alright, let's just sit here with Gyro. What's my Gyro doing over here? My, my keyboard isn't working. Why is my keyboard not working in... Hello? Alright, give me a sec. I don't know why that's happening. My keyboard is working, but just not in Roblox for some reason. Let me rejoin. L-stream! Can't take this abuse! I might just have to log off personally. Oh. I think I need food, but I'm not going to eat. I meant, permanently, by the way. Okay. Alright, it seems to be working now. Want me to get something... I mean, look, if you want to bring me something, I'd be fine with just a little up and go or something. Let's move somewhere nicely. I don't know if I... Because they have some, like, test changes on some servers. I don't know if we're in one of those. It's a nice place to sit. What were you missing? Is this a nice spot? I think this is a nice spot to stand. Oh, halloumi burger. We do already have halloumi. I really want the berry prompt though, but that seems like a nice spot. Maybe I'll just go a little closer to the water. Let's just stand. You can get it for me, I'm just saying. Alright. So I guess I'm just gonna be sitting here vibing. Maybe I'll go camera mode. Hey, you can watch my gyro side-eyeing you. How about that? Okay. I think we can start the list now. So, first things first, horn beetlefly. Starting out strong. Would I say this is almost always good? So, this is obviously like flyer specific. If it is something that's like flyer specific, let's just get that out of the way. I'm gonna like not go, oh well, it's it's kind of situationally good if you're playing a flyer. I'm gonna just treat it like if you're a terrestrial, like you're not gonna use it. You're not even gonna bother, right? Like I don't think that needs to be said. So horn beetlefly it's either S or A. I think it's if you're playing a flyer, it is almost always good. Like it's never going to be bad. It's always going to be an option. I'm gonna say almost always. The only situation when it's not good is if you just happen to be playing something that just doesn't really have a problem with stamina, like tier 1s and things like that. But other than that, it is almost always good. So that's where we're putting it. Magic Prongbug is a kind of a hard one because I do actually use it sometimes, especially on something that I just like haven't bothered to look at what's optimal or not. Because it's like it adds 10% health regen, which is always a good thing. But it's very rarely optimal. Oh, hello. I don't think it's in here. Hi. Annie's here. Hello. Hello, everyone.
So I'm just looking at yourself.
Alright.
As I was. Bye-bye.
As you were. Alright, anyway. So where to put this is a little bit hard. I think it's maybe... It might be niche and usually not optimal, even though it's something I do use, like, semi-regularly. It's just the fact that it's, like, it's only 10%. Like, there's probably not a lot of situations that you're not going to use, like, the heart plushie or something over this. It's literally just, like, something you slap on if you don't know what else to put on, is pretty much it. And it's like, it's never going to be a bad thing for you, but it's definitely not, like, super optimal. Anyway, Ocean Wing. So this is the one, I guess, that gives Mud Roll, which is honestly kind of useless. Is it? I'm going to say almost never optimal. The only situation where this thing could no, actually, it's not. Because the only thing that's, like, kind of beneficial, really, is on maybe, like, an invisibility creature. But I guarantee you there's going to be something that is better, like, no matter what. Like, I'd take Magic Prongbug on that situation rather than just having extra Mud Roll. Like, it just is, like, it's never really going to be optimal unless this is literally the only thing you have. You're not going to be using this like ever. So we move on to the old rock. I just want to make sure. Actually, could you see that when I was talking about it? I gotta keep an eye on that because I realized. Actually, wait. I know how I can make this better. If I make this basically just match. So now I know if I can see it, you can see it. Kind of. Hang on. It's maybe a little off on the top, but it's fine. As long as I keep it sort of towards the bottom, you guys should be able to see it. So, rock. Increased stamina regeneration by 25%. I've never used it. I actually had to roll gutches to unlock this so I could get the image for it. In saying that, it's actually not that bad. Like, stamina regeneration on certain creatures is actually pretty good. I think whether or not I'd say it's optimal, like, I feel like maybe on very specific creatures, but most of the time it's not going to be. I think it's niche. I wouldn't necessarily say it's almost never optimal, but it is niche. It is sort of in the same tier as Magic Prong Bug, where it's like you could put it on anything and you're going to get a benefit out of it, but not as much as you could be getting with, like, there's other things that do a similar job, but better, is more so what it comes down to. I think that's where a lot of these niche things, unless you're like stacking them, that sort of thing, maybe is sort of the idea. You like stack up to 50% stamina regen, which on certain creatures might be like really good. Maybe. Nice respects with jump. Yeah, I could see that. I think niche feels right. Stick, increase max stamina by 10%. Honestly, I'm gonna actually say this is probably worse than rock. I don't know. It's either C or D. I want to say it's almost never optimal because 10% stamina in the grand scheme of things is just... It's just not worth taking a plushie slot, I feel like. I might move that later, but that's where I'm at the moment. Anyway, Succulent, I think, is very similar to these ones in the sense that, like, okay, it's one that is very accessible to new players, and probably new players get it a lot, and if that's all you have, by all means, put it on. I am going to put it a tier below, though, because while there are things that are better than these, that are more optimal, a lot of them come with negative side effects, which kind of like is like, yeah, you know, this literally has, like, I'm pretty sure has things for both terrestrials and flyers separately that are just this, but better with no downsides. So it's like, yeah. It doesn't really make much sense to run a lot of the time. Now, I said I know we're doing this PvP. I am going to count things that work towards, like, growth and things like that as PvP in the sense that they assist with growing your creature for farming, like a PvP slot, that sort of thing. So I'm going to count Eric's, even though it's not explicitly PvP. I'm still going to include that for that sort of reason. And in that situation, it is absolutely an S tier. 100%. Is, you know, unless you're sort of rich enough that you can spend money on tokens to farm, like, yeah, the stackable 10% growth time is really, really good. It's really, really good still, even in those situations for, you know, glowtail hunting, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's definitely an S tier. Aerodon, 15% slower thirst. This is just useless. Like, that, I don't know what you're using that for. Like, I don't know, are you trying to counter disease creatures, which is just weird? I don't know. It's Aerodon and Uvatops are the exact same. Like, slower hunger, slower thirst. You are wasting a slot if you use these. There's no reason to run this ever. Um, unless you're, I don't know, trying to get an edge in like a realism server or something, but in which case, why? What's the point? I don't know. Alright. Octorama. Similar to, I guess, like AFK farming, yeah. But I'm like, it's, even for that, you'd still just rather have like Eric's or something. Like every single time. Octorama, for similar reason, getting mutations. Does not assist with traits. Um, it's purely for mutation, which again, I know has nothing at all to do with PvP. I'm still just going to count these ones. I'm mostly focusing on PvP, but these ones I still want to rank. I'm going to say it's good in most situations. Um, I like Eric's, which is like, I guess, more wide. Like, if you're farming things, you're going to be using Eric's. Octorama is specifically for traits, in which case it's pretty good. But, you know, I definitely say you'd want Eric's over Octorama. Like, if you have the choice of one, you probably just want Eric's. Cat plushie. So I'm gonna read this just because, like, I know it gives bleed, but I just want to make sure that I'm sort of remembering properly. So it's just okay. It's literally plus one offensive bleed. On any creature with or without. Okay, I thought for a second I read that as without bleed. I'm like, has this only worked on non-bleeding creatures? Because I've used it on bleed. Okay, it does work. Decreases damage by 2.5%. So a lot of these, there's a lot of these, and they're probably going to fall under similar categories, but I will try and, I guess, make a difference between, you know, what status effect they're actually applying. So I actually think Cat is one of the weaker ones. It's definitely not useless, that's for sure. It is, I'd say it's a pretty good and situationally pretty good. The only thing with bleed is like so many creatures use bleed, so many creatures have block bleed. Um, at the same time, bleed in itself is a strong trait. It's yeah, I'd agree with you, but I think it's situationally good. The only thing is that if you're against a creature that blocks bleed, which a lot of creatures do block bleed, like quite a lot of them, you are kind of wasting a slot. So it's a bit of a risk to run it sometimes, compared to some of the other ones where like some of the resistances are a little bit less likely. It's still definitely a good slot, and if you get it on something that doesn't have block bleed, like bleed is a really, really good ailment for PvP. So it's, I think B is a good spot for it. I'm glad that we've got something in pretty much every spot so far, except for actively bad, because I was worried that some might not get filled. I didn't think too hard on these before I made them. I'm actually trying to think if there's anything's actively bad. We'll see. Okay. Adds a 20% chance you're can't read today. I need that food. Start again. Adds a 20% chance for creatures that bite you to be knocked back. I have never really tested this, but it's very, very weird. I can see a point to it. I just don't think it's really worth a slot. I'm not going to say it's useless, but ooh, would I say it's niche? I'm going to say that I think it's almost never optimal. Um, I can rearrange these, right? Can I? Oh yeah, I can. I'm not sure if I really want to bother rearranging them, but really good for creatures that don't have enough damage. Yeah. Ankle bars that don't have enough damage. Like all of those are pretty similar, but I think a lot of them you'd rather some of the other ones. I just realized, is the music playing? Okay, the music is playing. Just checking now as well. Music's not too loud or anything. Because I just realized it is a little loud for me, but I could just have my volume up a little bit more than usual. Anyway, you guys can let me know. Haunt Dragon. So very similar. It doesn't have a negative, which is quite good. Offensive poison. I'm actually going to wait. Give me a second. So offensive poison, just so we're on the same page. Because sometimes I forget exactly what they do. I just want to like read it out so we can really think about it. So poison is a status effect that inflicts damage and stamina regeneration debuff. Poison does 0.2 max HP per 3 seconds. So yeah, it's pretty much poison is pretty good. It doesn't really help damage as much. Um, Poison is so good for certain situations just because of the stamina reduction. Like for that reason, it's really good for catching flyers off guard. Like if they don't realize that you're poisoning when they don't expect it. Aquatics as well. Like aquatics and flyers where stamina is so important, it can be really, really good. Yeah, it's not meant to do raw damage. It does a little bit of damage, which is nice. But you're mostly using it for that stamina reduction. I would probably put probably next to cat. So it doesn't really have the damage output, and it definitely doesn't work in all situations. Like most terrestrials, it's not really good for. As in like against most terrestrials, but yeah, it gives a huge debuff, and that stamina. Like I've been caught out by this many times before, and it has really like messed me up in a fight. Just realizing that something's been using Horn Dragon has stacked like all this poison, and all of a sudden you don't have as much stamina as you realize you did. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, Ghost is adds bleed block. I guess it's like with what I was saying, a lot of creatures have bleed. A lot of creatures already have bleed block, which makes this very, very. I think it's C. I agree with C. I wouldn't put it B. I think it's just very niche. You sort of would only run this on specifically, I guess, creatures that you're really worried about other bleed creatures. Like, I think you would really target this. Like, you would put this on when you are fighting something preemptively. Like, you know what you're going in for. You know this creature has a lot of bleed, and you're slapping this on, like, temporarily. Which, to be honest, most people don't do that. Most people can't be bothered. I can't be bothered doing that most of the time. Even if I know, I'm like, eh. Um, yeah. I think in a like tournament setting, like the tournament, especially with the rules that we have, where you can change plushies in between matches, it could be really good for that because if you know you're against um, like a Magnarothus or something that does like an insane amount of bleed, it might just be worth to slap two of these on. At the same time, is it? I think C is fine. I think there's uses for it. It's very very like nitpicky, but yeah. So Magic Frog, you probably can see we have a mutation plushies category because I don't know how do you rank the mutation plushies. Maybe I can do that at some point, but I guess you know what, maybe I'll do that down there. I'll order them in how I feel about the specific mutations that you get for them. Um, so yeah, the reason you won against norms, you how do I say that as one? Like I know it's Yggdrasix. I think that's right. Ig in loser brackets because you put on bleed. Yeah, but yeah, it has its uses for sure. Owl is another weird one because like part of me wants to put it in useless. Part of me has also played creatures with such poor night vision that I've gotten angry and I've quickly hopped out and put Owl on. Um, I like it. Honestly, it is technically useless. Um, Maybe I should put it in D. Like it has a use. Like these literally like do not help you at all. Um, it's a waste of a slot, but there have been times where I've been like, I just need to put Owl on. I need to be able to see. So a lot of people in TikTok use Owl. Maybe that's for content reasons. I think D is good for it. Pig Lantern. Pig Lantern is a good one. I'm honest. Ooh, it's hard because it is situational, but it is also good in most situations. Like out of these, like ailment ones, Pig Lantern is definitely up there. It can be S tier in certain builds. We're trying to make this list fairly general. Like Pig Lantern is really good when you are up against like tier five, that sort of thing. We'll read Burn. I should read Bleed as well, just for the sake of, even though Bleed is very straightforward, I'm just gonna like read some of these. So Burn status is harming and debuffing status effect that can be treated by standing still, sitting, or laying down. That is a good thing to note. It doesn't heal naturally. You have to sit down and heal it, which is another element. Like you're forcing them to rest mid fight. It gives Ashy Lung status effect. Like other status effects, such as poison, a creature's HP cannot fall due to this status while laying down. Another incentive for laying down. Reduces HP generation by a percentage, which is really, really good, especially if you're stacking a lot of it. And starts damaging 0.25% of your health every 3 seconds. So, yeah, mostly just for the health regen. That's why it's so good against tier 5s. It's also just really good against regenerators, which are also just really annoying to deal with. Yeah, I think A is good. Alright, now I'm going to read Bleed, just so we know. So, Bleed stops health regen and deals 2 damage per stack, like other side effects such as poison. Your HP can fall from the status. If you're laying down, moving while affected by Bleed, it prevents from healing. Unlike Legacy, the status effect will not be made worse by moving. No. So, it's. Talking about that, the differences between here, because on paper, Bleed sounds better, right? But two things just reminding, like, so many things have Bleed block, and the Bleed damage, although if you get a lot of Bleed, it can do a lot of damage. The fact that Pig Lantern does a percentage based, that's why it's sort of so good at dealing with, behemoths, that sort of thing. Yeah. So I'm still like just making that clarification just because it's like, well, Bleed stops healing entirely, but um Pigland, like, Burn does a lot to health regen while also consistently doing damage. Yeah, if things didn't have as much bleed resistance, I'd probably put Cat at least in the same tier. But it's like, yeah, if you look through, like, they give everything bleed resistance. They give so many things bleed resistance, at least to some degree. Um, Anyway, Stitch heads. Okay, so that's the Stitch mutation. What does the Stitch mutation look like? I can't even remember. Where is it? Stitch. Oh yeah, it's like this. I mean, it's okay. I'm not putting it above Frog because it's a frog, even though it probably does actually technically look better than the Frog one. Anyway, we won't spend too much time on that. Vampire Bat. So 1 defensive bleed and decreases damage by 2.5%. It's pretty good. Would I say it's better than Cat? Is the question. Maybe it's on par with. Like it's sort of situational. Yeah, really good for, I guess, like very tanky creatures more. So it's like the tanky equivalent to Cat. You wouldn't put Cat on like a tier 5 or something, but you might put Vampire Bat on a tier 5. Tanky flies, yeah, I would agree. Like you wouldn't put it on, I don't know, like a Golgoroth. Maybe you would put it on Golgoroth, actually. That's a bad example. You wouldn't put it on Korothos or something. Golgoroth is weird. Golgoroth doesn't count. Golgoroth is like a pseudo behemoth of its own class. Um, yeah. Anyway, I think I think we can agree with that. It's just cat, but in reverse. Okay, Jammy Slug. I hate this thing. This thing is too strong. Defensive Necropause, especially since they added that confusion effect, is so annoying. Especially when you put it on something super tanky. It's so good for aquatics. It's bad for everything else. It's so strong for aquatics and things that um, rely on abilities. No one uses it because no one uses aquatics. So a lot of aquatics come down to abilities, things like grab, and in particular reflect, which is maybe why I hate it so much because I use Galioestra so much. But this prevents you from using it, which is annoying. And hang on, let's check. What's the other effect of Necropoison? I'm just checking in case I'm not seeing. So, gives you tunnel vision, which is also annoying, and makes it hard to see your enemies sometimes. Confusion chance. Da, da, da. So yeah, blocks the use of normal abilities. Yeah, so it doesn't deal any damage. It's 7 plus stacks, it applies confusion, and 10 plus stacks, it disables your abilities. That's how it works. Um, I see. So that wait, they've changed that a little bit. Ah, okay. Because I have noticed this, and it has confused me a little bit. Now I see why no one runs it anymore. I think it's still probably good on like tanky aquatics, but for the yeah, honestly, I'm gonna put in niche. I think. Yeah, I saw they did something to Astral. I'll be honest, I never used Astral. I might have to check what the go is with that, but Maple Leaflet adds 22.5% injury block. Honestly, that's pretty whatever. Injury can be strong, but it's not worth keeping a plushie slot for like 22%. Especially when a lot of injury like stacks up so quickly. I think it's like almost never optimal. All right, Pie Chomper. So add serrated teeth. So serrated teeth from memory. Does something around bleed. Where? Oh, I'm looking in the wrong thing. Hang on, give me a second. Why can't I find it? Huh? What is going on? Okay, I think I found it. So I want to read what it does again because I haven't read it for. I have like a rough idea. Yes. Ugh. Pages being stinky. Okay. Red teeth, so it gives deep wounds. That's right. And it's always been so confusing. So deep wounds, a status effect that disables bleed status, healing, regenerate. Effect that disables bleed. I don't think that's right. disables bleed status healing or what? So confused. Stops you from healing bleed. Oh yeah, okay, right. Yeah. Okay. I knew it was like something along that because it usually applies alongside bleeding. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's probably. I don't know, for a reduction. Is that big of a reduction in health regen? It could be good on like small creatures, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna guess situationally. I think it could be situationally good. I agree with that. Any necessary donated have a 50% chance to count as double when donated. Um, do we want to rank this? 50% chance to count as doubled. I mean, I might just rate this. I'm not sure how I really feel about it though. It it, it might be good. Oh, someone's here. Hello. I'm probably here just for a second while I think. Oh, trying to trying to sniff to double check. Okay, it is bread. I think I saw you playing that the other day. All right. Anyway, um, part of me wants to not rate it. You know, I'm not gonna rate the base building ones. But I don't know. I feel bad putting useless because it's not okay. I'm gonna put it in C for now. So coal. Coal. I don't know. There's very similar to rock and prong bug. It's like if you have no better option, like it doesn't give you any negatives, but there's just things that are likely going to be better in pretty much every situation. So I think that's fine. Although honestly, actually no, I'm gonna put it D because 3.5% weight is like nothing. Like that's doing so little. Like it's not useless, but it's pretty close to. Frost Dragon, so adds frostbite, block, and lowers both hunger and thirst. So we don't care about the hunger and thirst because so adds frostbite block. I mean, it's very niche and situational. And honestly, like frostbite, usually people don't care that much about. I'll put it in niche. I think like it's sort of the same as Ghost, but it's kind of worse than Ghost. Actually, I'm gonna put it like top of D. Like I don't think it's really ever worth the slot because what we got? Frostbite. I know it reduces your bite cooldown. So dealing a 10% hunger increase, who cares? Stamina regen goes down, which is a bit. And 2.5% longer bite cooldown per stack. It does naturally heal on its own. Like, it just doesn't... You don't need to get the block plushie for it. You just don't. Yeah, I think D's fine. I think we're okay with having it in D. Okay, Ginger Snapper. I never really liked Ginger Snapper that much. Adds defensive frostbite, and then negative burn block. Here's my big problem with Ginger Snapper, right? This is only useful with like tier 5s or people use it though. It's confusing me, and I'm always like, am I wrong? I don't know. I don't see the point in it. You use it on like really tanky like behemoths, things like that. But anyone everyone knows that you stack a burn against them, which means if they do that, you're going to be taking more damage, and then it's just not worth the defensive frostbite. Like, yes, you reduce their biting, and maybe against like specifically like ankle biters, in which case you don't really care that much anyway. I don't know. Ginger Snapper for me, I think it's actively bad. I think it is actively bad for you to run this. You could maybe put it on somewhere in the middle, like something that's not quite as big as Behemoth. I still think it's just, I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it. It's just counterintuitive to what it is, and it only adds 0.5, and a reminder that Frostbite heals on its own, so it's also fighting with itself, like gaining stacks and then lowering stacks. Like if you're getting something that has a slow enough bite cooldown, it's going to like just stay at like 1. It's just not worth it. People stop using Ginger Snapper. It's not good. Ice Wolf, my beloved. Ice Wolf is S tier. It just is. It's pretty much always good. Like, there's maybe often going to be something maybe slightly more optimal, but if you don't know what to put on, and just for this, just because it is like the best thing to put on a PvP slot if you don't know what else to put on. Because the 5% damage is always going to be helpful if you're PvPing. Just, it's never not going to be helpful. And compared to the other things like Magic Prongbone Rock and Ghost, like you get a lot more out of that damage than you get out of. Sorry, I shouldn't have put Ghost in there. Mostly talking about Magic Prongbone and Rock. Yeah, Ice Wolf is great. There's obviously some creatures that just don't really need extra damage, and it would be kind of bad to put it on those, but I would say he's almost always good. Anyway, we got the Minty Wiggler. Grants Frosty. Remind me what Frosty does. Doesn't that just make you stronger in winter or something? Causes 25% stamina regeneration, 25 health regeneration during. Yeah, it's not. No, it's bad. It's not useless. It's almost never optimal. It's like at the bottom of it's straddling the line of uselessness, I think. Like Frosty is like if you have Frosty on a creature, cool, you'll get like use out of it naturally. I don't use a plushie slot to get Frosty. It's not worth it. Like even if your creature doesn't use it, you put Ice Wolf on your, I don't know, tier 1 ankle biter and get that extra like 2 damage. I'd rather that than having Frosty taking up a slot. Yeah. I'm gonna change this playlist real quick. Turn it down slightly as well. Alright, Partridge. Partridge is pretty good, I think. Increases max stamina 20%, negative 2% speed reduction. That's a pretty small speed reduction. Speed is really important. I think there are some creatures that it's still worth doing, like things that are already so fast it doesn't matter. Especially smaller tiers. It's quite good. I guess this is what we're talking about with what's the other one that does? Hang on. Wasn't rock, was it? What does the stamina increase? Stamina regeneration. No, yeah, okay, the stick. Like, okay, you can get max if you were choosing max stamina at 10%, um, versus where are we? Is this, which is like the 20%, and then you just get a 2% speed reduction. Like, this is the better version of stick. Um, the the speed reduction is small enough that it shouldn't be that big a deal. Um, I'm gonna say it's good in most situations. Again, fly specific. There are definitely times where you wouldn't want it just because of the speed debuff, or certain times where, like, you already have enough stamina, you don't really need to worry about extra stamina. But it is definitely something that you could just slap onto a flyer and you might get something out of it. Um, Maybe it's situationally. You know, it might. I might have to downgrade to situationally good. When I look at it next to like Pig Lantern, it is maybe not quite the same as Pig Lantern. It's probably B tier. Reindeer is absolutely S tier. Um, Most people are running this on just about every flyer, at least one of them, sometimes two of them, because they are stackable. Yeah, adds the glide regeneration, which is the huge thing. Like that glide, even though it's only 0.5%, glide regeneration mid PvP is really, really good. Um, and then also just having that extra flight speed buff, because like, okay, yes, you get the same speed out of a succulent, and you also increase your movement speed. But if you're playing a flyer, you don't care about that. You don't care about your ground movement speed. You only care about the fly speed. This is just that plus the glide regen. Um, so yeah, it is a definite S tier. Like everyone runs reindeer. I don't think that's a controversial opinion. Um, I think the default like build for any flyer is either double reindeer or reindeer stick bug, depending on. Not stick bug. I always say stick bug. Beetlefly, not stick bug. Yeah, reindeer, beetlefly, or double reindeer is like the default for flyers. Anyway, snowflake sneak. I think I have never used it. I think I looked at this the other day. Yeah, okay. Reduces footsteps audio. Um, is it useless? Like, I think it's useless. I don't know. Maybe it needs to go almost never optimal because theoretically, there's a situation where I guess maybe someone doesn't hear you coming because you have the footsteps, and maybe that gets you a kill. I don't know how. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna put in D. Like it's so. I doubt you're gonna get much use out of it, but I don't think I can put it completely useless. It could give you an advantage, but I kind of think the other person has to be kind of dumb, to be honest. Like I don't know. Um, yeah. Snowman freezes creatures' age. Um, so the funny thing about this for PvP, I feel like you guys probably know, is you can do some real wacky things with this. Um, no one really does it, but you can obviously do it, and then you can. So I guess the only advantage is you can do it. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what the cheese is for this. Oh, I just realized my camera is following me. It ain't meant to do that. I think it's because I held my hand up. It has like a gesture for that. There we go. No, I think the cheese from this is just, it's kind of dumb. You can just get into places where you normally wouldn't be able to, like the small caves. It's just like a really weird cheese item. Um, I'm gonna say almost never optimal. It's funny. It can be funny. Like you can get into a small cave. At the same time, you could just do that in growth token anyway. I don't know. It's yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I'll put it there. There's fine. Tannenbaum adds frostbite attack. So, and plus 5% bite cooldown. So that's a bad, by the way, that negative bite cooldown, just to make that clear. Is pretty bad, honestly. Like, you could maybe use it in a support sense where you're like an ankle biter and you're just trying to apply a billion frostbites so that your pack-mate can go in and kill them easier. That's really its only use, because like the extra bite cooldown kind of sucks. And frostbite on its own is pretty meh. Um, you know what? For that reason, specifically for that like team play aspect of it, I'm gonna put it in niche. I think it is better than a lot of these for that reason. But it's like really niche in the sense that like the niche of if you're really into like team play with a big group, like if you're in a clan or something, it's very cheesy, but like it's not useless in that regard, I guess. So I think C seems fine for it. All right, Heart, one of the big boys. Heart is a very popular plush. It's SRA. I was going to think about it because there definitely are situations you don't want it. Um, at the same time, 30% health regen and stackable is kind of insane, even with the weight reduction. Yeah, the drawback is pretty low. I think it's S tier. It's like probably bottom of the S tier because there's definitely some creatures where you would not want to put it on. It's not worth it. Like smaller creatures where your health regen doesn't matter as much. But overall, like there's a big variety of creatures where it's just always good. Um, I think that's yeah. I think that's fine. Um, Heart Snake with defensive poison. It's not the worst. It's what would I compare it to? I feel like there's going to be something comparable. Like it's pretty. I don't know. I think its best use is on, I guess, like larger, tankier creatures that you don't want to fight with. Like, kind of on the weaker end where you are more likely to just try and run away from a fight, or like stall it out as long as possible, which is pretty niche. I think, yeah, probably C. It's a bit niche. Just because of like poison mainly being for stamina reduction. Like you're just kind of making yourself hard to kill, but it's not really doing a lot to help you win the fight. But it could help with like other combinations or certain creatures. Rosevine adding extra healing to Healing Hunter. It's probably S tier. I mean, if you're playing a healer, you don't need anything combat based. There's not really a better option. It doesn't stack, which is fine. Like it's an S tier for healers. Also healing hunters. It's kind of like not amazing, but like unless you're just trying to go for movement or like defensive, running double void. I think I did that when I first started playing because for some reason I thought that the healing was based on the damage. I think that's what they're talking about. Like I'm talking like real early on. I very quickly realized that that was not the case. um, sorry, there's something on the ground. I just got to pick up there. Yeah, I think Rosevine is the best for healers. We can sort of move on from that. Swan, I've never really liked Swan, but grants agile swimmer, negative 25% stamina regeneration. It's very niche. It's very niche. It's extremely niche. I think it's almost never optimal. It's too niche even for the niche category. Like it's so niche that it's not really good on like a niche amount of characters. It's good for like I don't know if you're playing a flyer and you just want to be able to like dive slightly to like chase something, in which case like most of the time you're just doing anyway because you're only sort of doing that when they're that low that you can just finish them off. Yeah, it's pretty, yeah. Clover Blossom. Another one that's good for farming specifically. So when drinking any water, the player receives 150 stack of satiated buff. Every time water is drank, it resets at 150, does not stack with itself. The situation for this is if you are growing or farming, glowtail hunting, etc., for like photovores, ones that can't physically eat and get satiated otherwise. That's the use case of this. I guess for that reason, like it's not really quite like Eric's, where you can just slap it on and it's just going to be good. So it's niche. It's definitely like it has a use. It's niche. I would definitely like I have run it on photovores that I'm growing. Like it is good for that. That's sort of its only use. It's just sort of like covering a mechanic that I think was otherwise not really thought about in that regard. And it's just giving like that option. Fool's Gold mutation. What does Fool's Gold look like again? I haven't seen it for a while. Yeah, it's pretty ugly, right? Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Yeah, it can stay there. Bunny. So I kind of love Bunny. I think I love Bunny more than some people often do. At the same time, doesn't make it good. It's weird that I like Bunny as well, because I also kind of hate Ambush. I think it's kind of useless. The reason I like Bunny is because I specifically like it on Gyro, which you can see a little guy right here. Because I like to play Gyro like an ankle biter, and I run Bunny and Heart Plush, and max out bite speed, just for the bleed. And sort of the idea is that you ankle bite them and then run out with ambush really quickly, and it catches a lot of people off guard because people don't, even though people know Gyro, like Gyro is the fastest terrestrial tier 5, people don't expect how fast it is at getting out of a fight with Bunny on it and just ambushing out. It, I guess for that reason, it is very niche. It is very, very niche. I love it. I love playing that, and I think in that specific scenario, it's really strong. Here's the problem: is it's probably only good on Gyro in this specific setup. Not many people are maxing bite gyros specifically to put on this. It's just me. There's probably like a couple others that I don't know about that are like you could use similar ways, but I think Bunny's fine there. Chick. I used to love Chick. Now I hate Chick. I have 12 of them. These were oh, you can't see. You could see before. I have 12 Chicks in my inventory because these images at least these ones with the backgrounds are all from my inventory. It's just not worth it. Like 5% all movement speeds. You think B or A? I don't know. I think there's not really a situation where you got to run Chick that you wouldn't just take Reindeer. I think Reindeer is just better. And Terrestrial's horrible, yeah. I guess like the flies that don't care about weight. Yeah. No, I agree. I think a lot of the creatures I use don't really need Chick, but I think this situation is good. Okay, you have convinced me. I think because I used to use Chick a lot, and then I kind of moved away from it and kind of thought, it's pretty. High damage and low weight. Yeah. I can't think of any specific creatures, but I'm sure that is a niche for something that I play. Now, I used to be a big cow hater. Actually, this is one I want to test, right? Hang on, give me a second. I want to run a calculation. I already have some like preset things from a video I did recently. Let me bring it up. we're going to do some calculations real quick. So, what's a good example for this? Like, you'd normally run this on like a tier 5, right? Let's go... Where's just like a straight, unvenerated matchup I have? Okay, I'm going to do this over here. Give me a second while I get this. Oh, this is already on Excel for me. Okay. I just need to bring it above. That's the wrong spot. Welcome to my spreadsheet where I calculate stats. It's quite a big spreadsheet, but I'll find it. Don't worry. Okay, this is where we're trying to go. All right. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna put this like here for now. We might need more space, but okay. So these are the stats. Default Corothos versus Corothos. Probably something that you'd maybe not Corothos, but it's reasonable to put cow on Corothos, right? 10% weight increase, but 5% damage. So we're gonna say this Corothos with the star is the cow one, right? All right, so if we're taking the weight, which is just standard behemoth weight, times by 1.1, we get a 5,000 increase. And then if we decrease damage by 5, which we do by doing 0.95, we get 427.5. I'm just going to round it up to 428, just to make it easier, give it a better chance. Now I also have... Oh, ignore that. Do I have one for base Cora? I don't. Okay. So we're just going to find the DPS. Now, Corothos... Oh, what's the bite cooldown of Corothos? Hang on. It's either 1 or 1.2, I'm pretty sure. Getting comboed with ads? I'm so sorry. At least we're doing boring math. Bite cooldown is 1. Okay. Which makes it even easier. Because that means that... okay, we just need to calculate the final damage. We know that one's correct. So let's see if I can remember the formulas off the top of my head. So we need to go 55 divided by 50 gives us 1.1. We want to add 1 to that. And then I'm gonna have to hold up, guys. I gotta bring up my own video. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. I don't want to get anything wrong on here. Okay. About the 1, and then we get that times... Okay, yes, times your damage. I always need a little refresher when I start doing these. So that's times 2.1 times 428. And then we just divide that by 2. Why there's something wrong here? Oh, hang on. Yeah, sorry. I need to recalculate this one because I haven't done it against here. Sorry. That's why I'm getting confused. So, they're doing 449 final damage to the other Korra. Because they only do 1 bite per second means they're only doing 1 damage per second. So it makes it pretty easy. I think that's why I was using Korra. It makes it kind of straightforward in that way. Okay, so we need to do 50,000 divided by 55,000. I could have just done 50 over 55, but oh well. Oh, I did minus. Hold on. It's like, that's not looking right. Okay, that's better. 1, we get 1.9. We go times, what is it, 450 divided by 2, and... Alright. Well, that's pretty clear cut. Because that is doing quite a bit more damage with cow. So that's 5% damage reduced, 10% weight increase. And that's sort of the situation you're probably going to be using it for, like mostly large creatures like that. So, and you're mostly sort of fighting against other large creatures. So there's maybe some very niche situations where cow is not going to be good. Very niche matchups, I should say. Cow, pretty substantial damage increase. So I think I'm happy to put cow in S. I wanted to test this because I've only recently been warming up to cow. I always kind of hated it, but I'm starting to see the light of why everyone loves cow so much. Anyway, that was a fun little exercise. Eggshell, so speeds up gestation. It's, you know, yeah. I guess it's like similar to the bean. I don't know, it's pretty good. Reduces the material. I might have to change this. You know what? I'm adding an extra tier. We're going egg. You probably can't see the egg tier, but I'm going to make it yellow like an egg. And we're going to put all the egg fellas down there. I've had enough of them. I've had enough of thinking about how I'm going to rank them. We're putting them all down there. I'm going to leave the growth ones. The growth ones I'm fine with. Where's the other egg one? Where are you? Am I wrong? Is there not another egg one? I thought there was another egg one. There's not an egg one, a base. I know this is a base building one. Maybe that is the only egg ones. Okay. I think we're fine. So egg gobbler. Down to egg. You can start to see the egg now. Eggy snake. Down. I mean, it gives egg stealer. I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to count this as an egg one. I'm going to put it in useless, though. It's funny. It could be funny. It's funny to put it on like a tier 5 and then have the tier 5 stealing eggs. But it is useless. Alright. Jackrabbit. Reduce stamina needed to jump by 25%. So there is a reason that this is not very good. And you'll see why. I'm going to put this in maybe almost never optimal. It's not useless. If you know, it's just the fact that Dolt is better. But we'll get to that. You know, actually, let's just skip to just have a little peek, just so you know what I'm talking about. Dolt. Okay, so allows for double jump. So it gives you the double jump. Reduce stamina required to jump by 15%. The only reason that I think you would ever run Jackrabbit is if you are wanting to stack that further. Like, you need to combo that with another plushie to make this plushie optimal. At which point I'm like, is it really worth the slot for that? Like, maybe, like, oh no, it's very niche. It's very, very niche. Anyway, when eating food receives 1.5% satiated buff. This kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna put in useless, to be honest, because Why use that? Why use it? I don't know. You get extra satiated. It's not that hard to stack satiated. It's just not worth. You'd rather just have like double Erics or something. Like if you're really worrying about satiated, your only situation you use this is that you don't own something better. Like you already can AFK enough without it. All right. Chance to get blood mutation, which honestly kind of sucks, but it's probably above the bulb. Eclipse. Eclipse is actually insane, by the way. I don't know. Like, Eclipse is an insane thing, but it's so specific. I have run it before, just cause. But like you think about it, gives 5% extra damage, 25% increased stamina regen, and 15% increased health regen, but only applies at night. Um, it's actually nuts, but only at night. And unless you're somebody who actively swaps your plushies based on like the time of day and the season and whatever else, it's sort of yeah, not really worth it. I'm gonna say it's niche. Like it's technically really good, but also it's just like no one really runs it because no one really does that. If you do that, like I don't know, it could actually be S tier. I'm tempted. You know, we're putting it in S tier. No. Sorry, we're putting it in A tier because it's good in most situations. I mean, half the time is like bro did say doo doo. Yeah, that's true. That's maybe like a controversial one to put there, but it's like the stats for technically no downsides are insane. It's just they're not always active. Anyway, increase healing rate or of debuff ailments by 25% while sitting in a lane, cannot stack. So this can be good sometimes. I've used to use it a lot, actually. It does only give you like one extra tick when you sit or lay down, but sometimes that can mean a lot. Like I've had situations where I've run this and I've only lived because I have this on. I'm gonna say it's situationally good. You kind of do need to think about it and use it like kind of smart. It especially works on things that, like, for example, Galio Estra is what I used it on a lot. Something that likes to go in, fight, and then run out, heal, rest, go back in, fight. Like something that likes those really prolonged, like, back and forth, jump in, jump out fights. That's its sort of niche. Maybe for that, maybe it has to go to niche. I did say the word niche, which I've said a lot this stream. I think okay, maybe it's in niche. It can be good for sure. All right, elemental. Be born with the elemental mutation, which from memory is ugly as hell. Actually, I think elemental can be okay sometimes. It's really weird. It's a weird. It like changes. It's kind of cool. I just realized I put in the wrong one. You know what? I'm gonna put it here. It can be kind of cool. It's a cool concept. I'm gonna put it there. I'm not trying that hard on the mutation plushies. Knight. Knight is an interesting one because I always like the idea of it, but I don't know. So 25% chance of reflecting back 20% of the damage. If there was no 25% chance, this would be incredible. Top of S tier. Insane. It's still kind of good, but I'm just like, I don't know if I can justify the randomness of it. Like a 1 in 4 chance to reflect 20% damage versus just giving yourself a damage increase. Like, if you hit that 25% chance on like every hit and you're against something that hits really hard, this could be absolutely crazy. And I've been kind of tempted to try and test it with behemoths, like playing like on like a boreal versus a boreal, and it's like, okay, well, it hits once and then you get that 20% increase in damage, but are you going to get more of that 20% than just giving yourself double Ice Wolf and having that consistent extra damage, you know? Like, yeah. As long as the defender is not using Hunker is the other thing. Also reduces defender's base damage by 5%. So that's the other big problem, is it reduces your damage. I actually forgot about that, even when I was saying that. So yeah, I'm definitely like, it's almost good. Honestly, I think if you removed the reducing damage, this would be almost really good. I guess the idea is like you want it on like a tank of some kind. That's it. Like you could put it on like a Golgoroth or something, and maybe, but it's like it's not gonna win you a fight. It's just gonna make you a little bit more annoying. And I still think there's better options. This one hurts me because I want this one to be good. I want this to be like something crazy, but I think it's almost never optimal. All right, land useless. Sea not as useless, but almost never optimal. I should reiterate. Okay, mud. You know, extra mud and hidden scent effects duration. That's just not required ever. 10% walking speed, 10% breach speed. It's funny. It's funny to run an aquatic and you're just like flip flopping over the ground. And there's some practical use to that if you're like playing a very aggressive playstyle, but for the most part, it kind of sucks. Hello, welcome. So I think yeah, almost never optimal works. Sky, 2 points of fly speed, which is just worse than this. But then you also lose 10% weight. This is actually probably the next one that is actively bad. This sucks so bad. This is so bad. It's so awful. There is no situation. I would rather have no plushie than put this on. Genuinely. In every situation. Except for, like, I don't know, if you are playing a tier 1 with no weight at all to begin with, that's like the one situation you'd be like, oh, I had 2 fights this week. Even then, just take reindeer. Just take reindeer. Just take something else. Take succulent even. Take anything else. It's probably the worst plushie in the game. Alright, I'll move on. But it's bad. Void. I'm kind of a void hater. It's definitely not useless. Don't get me wrong. I think move speed is crazy important. I guess if I'm being fair to it though, it's probably A. It probably is. I still think Ice Wolf is better because like move speed is more important than people realize for most creatures. Like people undervalue it. And like for just the 2% extra damage that you'd get compared to Ice Wolf, 2.5%, sorry, it's really not making that big a difference. Alright. I think we can move on from that. Increases poison, frostbite, and burn block by 15%, while decreasing bleed block by 20%. It's very, very niche. It's probably just almost never optimal. Mainly for the reason that, as we established earlier in the stream, bleed is everywhere. Everything has bleed. There's so much bleed in this game. To give yourself bleed block by 20%, like this is a specific. Does this thing just work against Sylvester? Wait, what does Sylve give? Is this just like the anti-Sylve? Because I know they gave some. They took some of Sylvester's ailments away. What is? It's not even because. Okay, hang on. Where is its offensive? It does offensive burn, frostbite, necropoison, poison. How much of it is black? Poison, frostbite, burn. The situation that you run Sparkler is you are fighting Sylve. If you are fighting Sylvescal, that is the use case of Sparkler. Like, straight up. And even then, I'm not convinced it's optimal in that situation, because it's only a 15% block. Like, the only time you'd consider this, even... Yeah, actually, I'm gonna put it in useless. I guess... No, it is useless, actually. It's either useless or actively bad. No, it's actively bad. I've changed my mind. It is actively bad just because if you're using it generally, you are gonna feel that bleed so much more than anything else. And even if you are fighting Sylvescal that has 3 of these ailments, you're just gonna be better off doing something else. There's other plushies. It's not good. At least make it stackable or something. I don't know. Anyway. Clownfish. I kind of like the clownfish mutation. I'm going to put it right here below frog. The frog is not getting dethroned just by proxy of being a frog, by the way. Okay, why can't I... Whatever, okay, we'll do it this way. Goldfish. Iron stomach. Who cares? Useless. You don't need... It doesn't help you. It doesn't... unless you don't have starvation, but that's a skill issue at that point. Adds 10% to hunger and thirst capacity. Also useless. Decreases turn by 1 and decreases damage by 10. Certain ankle biters, like Diacrine, is actually good with this, unironically. I feel like people sleep on this, like, pretty heavily. But things like Diacrine, things that just don't need damage and rely heavily on ailments and are just ankle biters that have really bad turn speeds, this can actually be good. It's almost never optimal, but it is definitely not useless. It is definitely not actively bad. If it weren't for those situations, it would actually be actively bad, because this is a big damage increase, but it does actually have a use case. Alright, Icebreaker. Buffs the knockback multiplier by 0.25 for charge. This is an absolute meme plush. It's funny, but it's useless. It is useless. It's not going to help you. I mean, okay, maybe there's like some scenario where it could help you slightly if you need to get away. It's so unbelievably unlikely, but I will give that benefit of the doubt that it could do something to help you win a fight. Baby Dragon gives a 20% boost to breath recharge rate, cannot stack with itself. I think this is honestly not that bad. I'm not a big fan of it. Oh, hello. Oh, have you brought me something?
I've bought you a collection.
A collection?
So, I have a raspberry cheesecake thing.
Oh.
This is from a bakery I found.
Oh, okay.
I have a cauliflower and cheese pie.
Oh, yummy.
And I have all these little danishes we can share.
Okay. Wait, how many more of these do I have?
How much people are here?
Who's here right now? Pretty much Bird, Poker's here somewhere, and Breadstick.
Hi guys. Did you want to try some of these danishes?
Yeah, we can do that.
Can we review them?
Do you want a little break? Okay, we can have a little break.
No, we review them on stream.
That's what I say, is like have a little break to
Yeah.
review these funny foods.
Oh, the danishes.
Danishes.
They're little.
Oh, they are covered in fruit.
Hi.
And let me change the camera real quick.
It's the down camera. It's just of the danishes. Like the Warhammer one.
We can do that, but...
No, it's okay.
Alright. We're now a food stream. The tier list is no more. We're not continuing. We're never coming back to it.
Yeah, it's the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've just decided, like, just in this moment, I'm not doing cos content anymore.
Okay, I want to try this one first. Or do you want to try it together?
Yeah, we can try it. Fruit. Oh,
You gotta try it.
goodness. I'll try it
Okay, ready?
for the content. Oh, it's just jam.
Mhm.
Oh, that's alright.
That's nice.
That's alright.
Mm.
Oh, what is this one? Oh, it
Custard?
scares me.
Mmm.
Yeah, it's custard.
Cinnamon scroll?
Hell, are we meant to be ranking these?
No.
Okay.
Favorite!
That's my favorite.
Alright.
Surprisingly, it's actually not my favorite.
Mm-hmm. No, it's too old. It is not your favorite.
Mm. It's not my favorite. What you got there?
I don't know if you like this, but
That's like apple. That's alright.
mm.
Bit of walnut.
Last one. This was meant to be my breakfast, but I don't need it. I already had it up until.
This one scares me.
It's apple.
Oh, no, that one's bad. Oh,
Here. Cinnamon scroll.
that one's not good.
That's no apple I know.
That's a not good apple. Oh my god.
The best one was the walnut one.
That's pretty good, yeah. Mm. There's a bit of a crummy mess.
Yeah, I just don't know if I can I've been doing it food.
You don't want to try any? You don't want to try like the
No.
whatever this is. Guess I'll try.
You having your food first?
I was gonna try this
Oh,
and see if I like it.
apparently it's no solo.
It's alright.
I'm still in the water, so. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Do you mind if you do that?
If I what?
Here you go. Here you go.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
For half.
Mm-hmm.
Just like 25.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna eat the rest of the. Hang on, I'm gonna turn the camera off for the rest of this because I'm just gonna be eating this cheese and cauliflower pie. And I don't know. I don't want you guys to see that. It's good though. I don't know if I've mentioned this anywhere, but we started eating vegetarian, so which I'm kind of fine with. I don't really actually like meat that much, if I'm completely honest. But I do love cheese. This pie is busting. Yeah, the best thing about Australia is they will make a pie out of anything. You can stick anything in a pastry and bake it. That's what we understand over here. Because I should probably put this up. I'm still here. Just not quite. Okay, we can come back to it. So, where are we at? Oh, yes. Oh, I'm a bit large. Is that how small it was before? No, no, no. I think I moved this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I could have done this the whole time and you'd be able to see the egg one. Oh well. So, baby dragon. Um, it's a bit niche. To be honest, breath, like, it's not really worth taking this over anything else for the most part. I would say it's almost never optimal. Like, you just don't really care all that much about, like, the breath recharge. Most of it comes back pretty quickly. At least any of the important ones. So, yeah, it's just not really worth the slot. Alright, positively boosts effects of aggro and cower emote buffs by adding 10 to the to the to the each effects. Am I dumb? To the each effects percent. Yeah, okay, that's written weirdly. Okay, it's honestly, it's yeah, it's not useless, but it's not far from it. Now this one, Fox, allows burrows to place an additional burrow if not already at maximum while in a burrow. Increase the rate of healing ailments by 30% health. So 30% and health regeneration by 5% while sitting or laying. Effects are not stackable. This one's actually pretty good. I'm gonna say situationally good, but this is quite good. Give me one sec. I don't know if you noticed, I kept running as I really need to blow it. I don't know why I didn't just blow it earlier. Alright, we're good. So, oh, no, my camera's not there. Dolt, our boy, we already discussed him earlier. So all these are pretty good. But Dolt is generally the best one, I would say. So this is like, specifically if you have jump, this is good in almost all situations. Now the rest of them just give another kind of buff, and they're all pretty decent. If we're looking at Hum, so Hum increases weight. Now the weight is nothing. 2.5 is nothing, which makes me, I'm gonna put it all the way in niche just because, like, there's probably not many situations where you're not going to just want to run one of the other ones. Actually, I'm gonna, honestly, it probably goes all the way to D. I think this is probably the worst one. Nox, so this is the one that gives, so buffs walk speed, which actually, you know what, that's probably the worst one. Who cares about walk speed? It's not sprint speed, it's walk speed, and it's only 5%, so that's going right down there with them. Mo increases damage by 2.5, which is pretty meh. If you really don't need the extra jump, then maybe this is good. It's probably situational. And then we have Rod, which boosts health regen. It's probably up there with Mo. They're both sort of like, maybe there's a scenario where you'd rather take that than the lowered, jump stamina use, but most of the time I think Dolt is going to be the better option. Give me one moment. I just want to make sure my chat hasn't broken. No, it hasn't. Okay, we're good. Okay, so Arcane. Hang on, let me scroll a little. Gives a 12.5% boost to breath damage. It's almost never optimal. It just isn't worth taking it. Like, you don't really rely on your breath that much. The one situation I'd maybe say could be worth is like Solar Beam, because that does put out a lot of DPS, but most of the time I'm still like, for 12.5% to take up a slot, I don't think it's really worth it. Boost to moisture is pretty, like, it's almost never optimal. Will to live is actively bad. That ability sucks. I genuinely think it is actively bad. I don't think it is good at all. The situation you use that is if you desperately need to run from something a little bit further. The chances of you being able to use this without it just making the situation worse for you, because it also reduces your health, is so slim, to a point that I'm willing to just put it in actively bad. I don't believe anyone gets good use out of this. Like, there's probably like 5 times in the known universe that this has ever helped someone. Then we have create a star, doesn't really count. A mutation plushie. It is kind of one of the better looking ones. I would probably put it still under clownfish. I do have my own gripes with it, where I feel like it could have been a little bit cooler, but oh well. So Astral Quetzal. So they have changed this, I think, today. I'm gonna just do it based on this for now, and just see how I feel like the difference is, because I actually don't know this plushie that well. I'll check what the nerf that came through was today. Provides a 50% resistance against breaths and bleed, which is pretty good, but decreases all movement speed by 7.5%. The plushie cannot stack with itself. So that on its own, I'd probably say it's probably B. Like, that's a pretty substantial resistance. Let me just check with these stat announcements, because I did read through them this morning, but I kind of forgot what the change was. Where are we at? Oh, I am a bit lost, actually. Okay, I just need to, I don't know why I'm not just searching. Okay. So they've changed it to so addition of negative 25% health regen, but speed reduction was changed from 7.5 to 5. Yeah, it kind of sucks, actually. Yeah, that kind of sucks real bad. I'm gonna say almost never optimal, because the 25% health regen is kind of a lot. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put niche. I don't think it's almost never optimal. That's still like a big resistance, and they did at least reduce the move speed a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty rough. I could see someone wanting it, but it's yeah. All right, Ember Spirit adds 0.5% or 0.5 defensive burn and negative 7.5% frostbite block. So this is like the reverse of the other one, the like ginger snapper kind of. But it's better because you're adding burn and then you're taking away frostbite, which like no one really cares about frostbite bomb. How good do I think this is though? As a defensive burn, it's not bad, honestly. Especially for tanker creatures. I'm gonna say it's situationally good. I actually think that's pretty good. I haven't really looked at that one before. I actually think that's pretty decent in the right scenario. I'm pretty happy with it there. Small cat, right down here. I don't, from memory, I don't really like the small mutation. Yeah, it's pretty ugh, in my opinion. Oh, it is moving all over the place. Hold on. Yeah, that feels about right. All right, now we have Milo. I've never used Milo. Applies a material palette look called Milo, yeah, whatever, and increases 2.5% movement speed. It's pretty much succulent, but it makes you look different. So I guess, depending on how you feel about it, it's either going to sit just above or just below succulent, I guess. Not that this is really like an ordered list anyway, for the most part. But yeah, it's pretty much the same as that. Merchandise plushing. Jotun scale. Reduces damage taken by... Yeah, this is... Oh, I missed one. Hold on. I'll add that in a second. Jotun scale sucks. It's not useless, but it's like, it's so weirdly specific. It's so oddly specific. This, I'm gonna give a gut reaction because I haven't been able to test it. It literally released this morning. Soft landing, if this applies to aquatics and just like any terrestrial, which I'm assuming it must, this is kind of crazy, to be honest. This could be really, really good. I'm gonna say situationally, but on paper it sounds actually quite good. I can imagine for aquatics, if it works the way I hope it does on aquatics, like being able to jump out at something and float back down. If it works like that, that is crazy, and that could actually be an A tier. I'm just not sure. I haven't been able to test it, so this is just gut reaction. I feel like it probably sits somewhere around there. Oh, I've accidentally changed to a random tier list that I was testing with. All right. Let's put this fella in here real quick. There we go. So what does this do? Reduces stamina drain by 50% while hovering. Yeah, I could see certain creatures as being quite good on, like Corvu. Things with really broken hitboxes that are just fighting like very specific things. Like Corvu using this against a Cavo, chef's kiss. You love that. That does make it probably almost never optimal. It's too niche for the niche, once again. Anyway, that is our tier list of the entire current lineup of plushies. Having a look at it, do I feel differently about anything? Oh, we nearly lost our hat. We don't want that. I think it's pretty good. S tier feels pretty solid. A tier feels pretty solid. B, yep, pretty solid. Yeah, I think I agree with this for the most part. You'd want to hope so. I made the list, but I guess it's just worth mentioning that big disclaimer on this. Look, everything's going to be able to make use of something. So, there's certain creatures where, even though this is, all the way down here, certain creatures, certain playstyles, some of these might be really, really good in very specific scenarios. Jackrabbit is a good example of that. If you can really make use of your jumps and you're pairing that with Dolt that doesn't stack, like that could be a crazy combo. But yeah, no, I think I'm pretty happy with this list. I'll give it a little download. I'll add it to the Discord. People can give their own opinions, but I'm happy with it. Anyway, on that note, do I play? I'm tempted to play some. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna be right back real quick. I'm gonna post this on the Discord. I do want to get some water, and then I'll decide what I'm doing when I get back. Give me 5. Where's my button? Oh. Hello, hello. I'm back already. We don't need this anymore though. We're done with this. We're done with that. We can move this back to full screen. Almost full screen. Okay, not quite. We're good? Is that... Oh my goodness. Okay. Are we good? I think we're good. We're good. It's in the right spot. Okay, I should probably fix my private server. Because otherwise people are going to want me to do it anyway. Is anyone still here who wants to play anything or make any suggestions right now? Because we can just play some regular old Sonaria if we'd like. But we could also play something else. I move my browser so I'm not looking over there all the time. I do not have Hightail, no. I find it really hard to play any Minecraft likes at this point. I don't know if I can play it. What? Oh, there it is. I lost my window. I can play some Steam games. I could just pick a random game to play. Um, we're in a hardcore server. Have I maintained my leaderboard? I've not played any. Okay, we're about to drop, but that's okay. I haven't really been playing. At least not coasting. Have a look at the new creature's stats real quick. Oh, yeah, oh, look at my boy with the glow up, huh? I haven't looked at this thing's stats at all. What is it? Tier 3, 3,000 health, 185 damage, burn attack, weird burn attack, block poison, self-destruct, soft landing. Okay, interesting. Shock area. It's a bit. What does Lance do? I think I saw something about it. What is Lance? Launches a concentrated lance that pierces forward, damaging and slowing enemies on direct. Oh, that sounds kind of interesting. Could just start killing things. That is an option. Yeah, let's do that. And we can brainstorm in the meantime. My. Oh, yeah, I'm heading in the wrong direction. Whoops. Wait, I have damage boost on Vamora right now? Oh my god. Horrible. Horrible scenario. I realized I think I have the wrong plushies on. I'm not technically flying. Interesting. But I am. That's. Wait, that was a weird bug. So I was able to log, but I was technically flying because. Unless you. Have you always been able to do that? That was kind of weird. Wait, have you always been able to log like this? Oh, you can. Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. Okay. Not a bug. Yeah, but I don't grind my venerations. Actually, I did this one. I actually did grind this one. It's probably one of the only ones that I've fully grinded. Alright, so I want to fight over here. I don't really want to fight the Fant. Wait, let me start a pack, actually. In case anyone's in here. Also, hello, weather. How many people are in this server? There's a few. Critters. Base tank them. Can we? I don't know if we can. I thought we could, but okay, no. Oh goodness. Get me out of here. That thing's gonna kill me, isn't it? What is that? That's a Cripric. Oh, get it away! Oh my god. Jesus Christ, when I saw my life flash before my eyes. That thing would have one-shot me. Jesus Christ. I actually haven't been for days. I literally just got back on. Oh, oh, the revenge killing. We love to see it. Well, hey, not a fan of revenge killing, but if they do it to me, if that's how we want to play it, we're gonna just go into a permanent 1v1 duel. Morals are looser in the hardcore realm, but I still don't believe in the revenge killing. And I'm not going to make it as easy this time. I'm not just land fighting you. They're sitting on the warden. Should be fine, because I'm just not going to try and fight the warden. Hopefully it's not already low. Otherwise I could be in trouble. Oh, I think it is. So we're revenge killing, and we're sitting on a higher tier when we come back. You love to see it. Hello. I can invite you. Oh, they're back. Oh, whoopsie. Okay, this thing's probably gonna kill me. I, I just died to the vent. How many revives do I have? I mean, enough apparently to keep running at me, even though they can't actually beat me without me already being near death. Yeah, it's shown the user kills you for a while actually. I'll leave him alone. I'll give him a chance to do whatever. Let me just quickly start. I want to start the fishing. I wonder if it's a setting or something. So what's going on over at Oasis? Wait, is that Oasis? No, they're at Mesa. Is there anything happening at Oasis? A Fant and a Cora. Not particularly fond of fighting either of those. Oh, can we join this little fight? Whatever's going on up here. Wait, is that the same Benishi? Ah, they're doing this stupid garbage. Let's help them out. Oh, wait, it's a Priya? Wait, why are they focusing a Priya down? I didn't want to fight him, I just wanted to steal the kill, but I didn't want to just kill the Priya. You fighting the Zim? Yeah. Yep, the stupid techs are coming out. That is what I enjoy about playing Vamora, is anyone tries to do that stupid backwards flying nonsense, you can deal with them. It's just, I don't know. The backwards flying is very lame. It is something that slightly ruins like PvPing in normal servers for me, because like there are people that are good at the game, but then they implement that, and I'm like, okay, well, you might be good at the game regardless. You might be good at PvP mechanically, but as soon as you pull that out, it's just cheap and it just kind of ruins it. And it's like it's not really that hard to actually do. Like it's, oh look, I'm all the way up here. I don't think it's just a content creator thing. Try and have a look. Are you playing on PC? Maybe it's something like that. Unless I'm wrong, I can find out. I always thought it just did it. What is this? Oh, whatever it is, it's dead. Oh, it's a smorgasbord. Yum 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 yum. Oh, yeah. Looks like they just disappeared for me. Oh, we got a hit. That thing doesn't swim, does it? I don't think it does. Alright. Yeah, no, laptop shouldn't be any different. I don't know, maybe it is a CC thing. I swear it's not though. I swear it happened even before. Wait, oh, those things burn, huh? Ab tokens. I can probably give you some more if you really want. Can we fight the Mortho? I feel like the answer is no. But we're gonna try anyway. Oh, the stupid spikes. They're just gonna go for the water. Yeah, alright. Okay, they can shock. That's right. I remember seeing that now. At least we got something for our trouble. Ah, yes. I'm never getting used to those. They're always gonna catch me. You're at Mesa? Oh. Is there some baby on baby fight going on over here? Is this running at me? Is it a Malu? Oh no. Oh, I'm in the tar. Oh, I might have actually messed up. Hold on. That confusion really messed me up. We'll do the honorable thing and fight them to the death. We could heal, and I could definitely beat it in a 1v1, but let's give them a chance at least. I think it might just be going for the water. I'm missing a lot of my bites. Oh, never mind. Thank you. Zweeve! It's funny because it happened to me before. What even is the top of the leaderboard at this point? 3,000. Yeah, okay, guys. Alright. Oh my god, a Galt. Get it. Oh, it's always Galts doing this too. It's always the Galt. Every single time. Every Galt does this stupid tech because that's the only reason people play Galt is because it already is abusing hitboxes. Like, if it's already abusing the hitbox of Galt, why wouldn't it abuse the game mechanics too? And all the way down. And then back up again, yep. Like, just play normally. It's not that hard. Actually, it probably is, because all you do is abuse the mechanics. Alright, we're calling the crew. Yeah, I know, because it's literally like that creature is stupid. Its hitbox just swings with its head, so it can just swing into you constantly. I was like, there's literally it's designed in a way for it to be abused. Like, I actually think they should rework Galt and then make it. Honestly, they should just lower its turn rate by like an insane degree. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Misjudged where you were. One more hit and I am done for. I didn't go into this cave sooner. Would have at least made it a lot harder for me. Thank you for the heal. Ah, get me away from that. No, thank you. I don't want any of that. Oh, I just realized that I think I forgot to put my title back on. You know, let's put Drowsy on. Why not? Maybe picking a bigger fight than I realized here. Let's see if these two are friends. Is this? I can never tell this thing if this is fully grown or not. I don't think it was. No, the trap. That's not bread over there. I don't have my shock, and I'm not full health, so I think I died. Oh, I'm definitely dead. Okay. God damn it. I didn't even die to the must. I just died. Umbra is very weak though. Okay, I will probably die to this Skald, but let's see how we go. I will almost definitely die to this. Find out the little jump. Lagging like crazy. I don't know if it's just the server though. Oh, never mind. Was that not an adult? It died way quicker than I expected. Mm, wait a minute, do I know this Ares? No. No, I don't. Looked kind of familiar for a second. Oh, I did that too slow, I think. Wait. I thought it was, cowering, but I realized it just, like, slept for a split second. That one's next. I probably won't be able to kill it because I don't have a, I don't have the shock area. Is it gonna dive, really? Oh, okay, no, it's not. It's just... Um, I think it just escape area. What is that goofy looking guy over there? That's an MP. This one is definitely not an adult. Oh. God damn it. Wait, what flight disabler? Does MP have flight? Wing shredder? I forget. Or was it the other thing? No, it doesn't. It must be the other one. Lil Rat. Oh. Killed something after the fact. What is going on here, lads? Ooh. Don't want to fight the Oki. No thanks. That's where I went. Final bite on me. Oh, mess that up. That Sang tried to get me. Oh, it's coming. Have a nice sit, buddy. We live life on the edge. You know, I'm about to die to bleed, but I really wanted to just try and mess with him a little bit. Damn, if I could have just lived a little bit longer. I wanted to just keep doing it until I could knock him into the air. God, this server is so laggy. Why did I fall? Oh well. This area's gonna try and fight me again. Uh, the mind of an Ares player. It's a beautiful thing. What is stomping? Oh! Oh, scent hidden. Well, you will live to regret that. Not very long, might I add. Not if I play like that, though. I nearly died. There's no way this Ares is... Oh my god. Oh, well, you know the rule with revenge killers. Where'd they run off to? I see a distinct purple glow. Not sure why they weren't shopped there. Got them. You know what they say, don't start a fight you can't win. I wouldn't say you won the fight by killing me when I was already at an 8th health. Guess that also applies to the Oxy. Although, they would have got me. What just died? Why did I get credit for that? No, you're fine. Oh, I saw that last second. Oh, and into the spikes. Oh, it's a disaster. Rock. Oh, I think I made an enemy of both of these. So let's see. I had no idea that guy was there. God damn. Missing my bites. I don't really know Sigma's new hitbox that well. What's going on the rock? Bit of guesswork at this point. Ah, there it is. The low on stamina, which is scaring me a bit. Are they trying to drop? I can't quite tell. A little bit of this bleed. Oh, okay. Let's skedaddle. My flight was disabled for so long. It'd be hard to find them at this point. They were heading this way, but... Oh no, they're over here. Yes? I think I did. How am I missing? Oh, I hit both of them there. Gotta be careful, because if I get hit in that little corridor with no stamina, I am very screwed. Oh, that hit me. Alright, alright. I might have to leave them if they're chilling out in there that much. Thank you. Let's kill this before it gets old enough to be a problem. Oh, there's that Ares again. Ah. I don't know about the vendor, but I am not against uniting to deal with. Is this Hallow still alive? Isn't Annie healing it? Jeez. I want to get the Annie, but it's going to be really hard. Oh no, it's not an Annie. It's it's going to be even harder. Oh, here comes the Ares. All right, you want to fight? Oh no, we're still fighting. Run, Bread. Did Bread live? I think Bread might have died. Get away from Big Crop. Oh man, I hate this thing's hitbox so much. I haven't fought a Venu for so long for that reason. I will die for this thing if I have to. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh! You know, this person's helping us. I'm gonna actually let him in. The healer's dead for now, at least, so we might have a chance if we can kill it quick enough. It is a pretty Venu. But all Venus must die. Uh-oh. I was trying to preserve my... Am I actually gonna... Like, what is its hitbox? I'm 800 miles away from it! What do you mean it can hit me? I don't understand this creature. The only reason that happened is because I didn't want to use my stamina in case I fell down. But it's just like... You can't get away from it once it knocks you down, because for some reason it hits twice its size in front of it. Okay, is it dead? Alright, that's all I care about. Oh, oh my god, it is lagging. Nah, we chase it. This is so stupid. This is such a bad idea. Alright, it's not even gonna fight me. Yeah, the Novus are normally just farming the shrine. Which works for me, because if they actually try and fight, it would be really annoying. Oh no. You know, I'm actually just hop server because I mean, okay, it's 20% because of that and 80% because I was already thinking about it with how laggy the server is. Hopefully there is. I don't think there's another. Oh no, there is. Have I? Wait, this doesn't look like a hardcore server. It told me hardcore. Okay, I can go. I don't think this is the same one I was in. Have I reached 700? No, I haven't. There's a lot happening here. Oh, there is a lot happening here. This one's just as laggy. Maybe it's just Sonaria today. It is update day after all. You know, what is the time? You know what? I might actually have a break. Um, but before that, I might do a little giveaway. How many people are here? Like foreign stream. Who would like to enter a giveaway? Bye. You're going broker? Alright. I'm going to get the wheel of names up. Uh, we got I like turtles over here. I need two wheels going. Oh wait, you can do two wheels in one now. Oh. Oh, okay, nice. Okay. One sec while I get these wheels going. Buying some revives for this real quick. Alright. We have a good old wheel of names. Except where is it? Oh. Hang on. It's in a weird spot. It's kind of... What is happening with this? Okay, give me a sec. There we go. Is anyone else wanting to join here? So I've got Boy, Broodstick, and Turtles. Oh, I haven't got Poke in there. So, our prizes are 100k Mush, an Ether or 100k if you already own it, Aries or 80k. Make sure I have enough Aries actually. Okay, I got a few. 50k Mush, 80k Mush, or 50 Revives, which is technically probably... that's probably on par with the 100k Mush right now. You know what? Just for that, let's make the Revives the bigger one. Let's make it 75 Revives. We're doing a giveaway if you'd like to join. Because we're going to end stream. Alright, and Eclipse. Alright, so here's how we're going to do it. Some of you might be familiar. No, Bread definitely is. Oh, Weather's here. Actually, I'm going to put Weather in. Weather gets to join. They just can't always hear stream. So how this works is basically we roll the name wheel to determine who gets what prize, and then I'll note down as we go, and then we roll the prize wheel to see what prize they get. So we'll kick it off. First prize winner will be Eclipse. So remove you from the wheel. And you will receive an Ether or 100k if you already own one. Alright, so we'll do them all now just so I can get everyone's prize sorted. But Eclipse, you want an Ether or 100k. Tell me if you already own Ether and I'll give you the Mush instead. Hello, Straw D-Boy. Okay, I Like Turtles is next up. If you would like to join the giveaway, it's going to close once all the names have been drawn. So if you'd like to join, let me know now. Okay, that's 100k Mush for I Like Turtles. That's actually Poke. Wow, okay. Okay, Poke. I think you already have Ether, so yours might be 100k, but I'll note it down as Ether anyway, just in case you don't. Yeah, okay. I thought you did, but... I can add... Whatever, that might be the last one, unless we have a regular join. Okay, weather. I don't even know if weather even knows what's going on, but weather will get. Oh, I think weather will be happy with these revives. I think that's technically the biggest prize, unless you don't have ether. Not removing it. Straw D. Okay, it's the revives. On the pixel. Alright. Which means toy will be the last one, but we will do bread first. Okay, it looks like it's going to be 100k for you. Yeah, you can get the mush instead. That's fine. And oh, who's it gonna be? We'll spin this one at the same time. So Aries or Eddie? I think I actually already gave you. Did I already give you an Aries the other day, or did I not? You are too late, I'm afraid. Alright, I have my list. Alright, bread. Enjoy. I think I got that right? Yeah. Oh, you already had, there you go. My name is, I'll type it in here to make it easier. Oh, let me, hide the window. Alright, so breadstick has been given. If you're already in the server, feel free to just trade me. I will look for you. Oh, yeah, I see. Because I have it all noted down. So yours is 100k. Is weather still in the server? They were just standing here. They possibly left. Yeah, I think they left. Is Noob one of you by any chance? Oh, it's you? Okay. Um, who else we got? Okay, which was, okay, Aries or 80k. So now we just have weather, straw, D, and oh, you're midnight. Okay, and you wanted the mush, right? You already have ether. Yep, all good. So now, Straw D, if you want to let me know what your user is, and I can work on getting you in here. Oh, where is he? I was going to give them tokens as well, which is why the tokens are on there. I think China Southern Airlines, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think they already bought revives, not revives, appearance tokens, but hey, I'll give them some more.
My name is David. Dad, I want some ice cream. David, that is my name. David, I want
But we do giveaways.
David, where is my ball? I'm running out on the road. There is a car.
Hang on, who? Okay, I didn't have my stuff on. I was trying to check who did this. Alright. The Straw D-Boy, are you still here? Mr. Straw D-Boy, please raise your hand if you are still here. How many more can you buy with that? Oh, a lot more. Okay, I'm not sure if Straw D-Boy is still here. I am going to go shortly because I am overheating. I'll give him another minute to answer because I can't get them if they don't let me know who they are. Unfortunately, I won't add you unless I actually know you, I'm afraid. Otherwise, in games, I normally like leave my joins on if people are trying to join. Alright, I might have to call it there. If I see Straw D-Boy again, then I can give. I'll have to give it to them another time because they seem to have gone missing.